What if the American dream was only for a few? In our world, the United States is defined by the melting pot, a chaotic, brilliant explosion of cultures, languages, and ideas that built the modern world. But what if the gates had slammed shut a century ago? The real history of the US was shaped by the massive waves of immigration in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. From the Irish and Italians to Eastern Europeans and later, migrations from Asia and Latin America. These millions provided the labor for the Industrial Revolution and the genius for the atomic age. The divergence point is 1924. Instead of the quotas that eventually relaxed, the US passes the Eternal Isolation Act. Immigration is slashed to near zero. The melting pot never simmers, it freezes. The domino effect would rewrite the global power balance. Without the massive influx of Jewish scientists fleeing 1930s Europe, like Albert Einstein or Enrico Fermi, the US might never have developed the atomic bomb. The Manhattan Project stalls, and the race for the superweapon is won by someone else, perhaps a resurgent Germany or the Soviet Union. Economically, the US becomes a stagnant, aging nation, without the constant, new blood that drove the rise of Silicon Valley and the American labor movement. Innovation slows to a crawl. Modern American culture, from jazz and rock and roll to Hollywood and the very food we eat, remains a pale, uniform imitation of 19th century British traditions. The American century never happens because American soft power doesn't exist. Historians are deeply divided here. One side argues that a more uniform, homogeneous America would have avoided decades of social friction and political polarization, leading to a more stable, cohesive society like Japan or Switzerland. But the other side argues that without the friction of the melting pot, America would have lacked the competitive spark that made it a superpower. Would a uniform America be a peaceful utopia today? Or would it be a global footnote, a minor power left behind by a more diverse world? Was the melting pot America's greatest strength or its biggest complication? Which side are you on? Comment below and follow for more What If World History.